It was a dark and stormy night, and Lily was driving alone on a deserted country road. She was on her way to visit her grandmother who lived in the nearby woods. The rain was coming down in sheets, making it difficult for her to see the road ahead. Suddenly, she saw a figure standing at the side of the road, waving his arms frantically. Feeling sorry for the man out in the storm, she pulled over to offer him a ride. As he climbed into the car, Lily realized that something was off about him. He was shivering with cold and couldn't seem to stop shaking. She offered him a blanket from the back seat, but he refused to take it, mumbling something about being allergic to oil. Lily tried to start up a conversation, but he remained quiet, staring out the window at the passing trees. His eyes were dark and hollow, like those of someone who had seen too much trauma. As they drove further into the woods, Lily began to feel uneasy. She couldn't shake the feeling that there was something strange about the man sitting next to her. She tried to make small talk again, but he continued to remain silent, his gaze fixed on the road ahead. Suddenly, the man let out a black-cursed scream and lunged at her, grabbing the steering wheel and causing the car to veer off the road. They crashed into a tree, and everything went dark. When Lily regained consciousness, she found herself lying on the ground outside the car, surrounded by darkness. She looked around for the man, but he was nowhere to be seen. As she stumbled through the woods, trying to find her way back to civilization, she heard strange noises coming from behind her. It sounded like footsteps, but not of any human she had ever heard before. She turned around to face the source of the noise, and there, standing in front of her, was the man from the car, but he was different now. His eyes were glowing with a sinister light, and his face was twisted in a grotesque grin. Lily tried to run away, but the creature was too fast. It lunged at her, its claws tearing through her flesh, as she screamed for help that would never come. From that day on, the locals in the town would tell stories of a strange creature that haunted the woods, attacking anyone who dared to venture too deep. They called it the Woodsman, a spectral figure who preyed on lost travelers, luring them into his grasp with promises of safety before devouring them whole. And as they told these tales, Lily's ghostly voice could be heard echoing through the trees, warning others to stay away from the Woodsman's domain.